At this moment, we're going to switch live to the White House, where one of the unique aspects of American politics and American history and tradition is taking place. This is a day of firsts for both of the principals. You're about to see President-elect Barack Obama. There he is, getting out of one of the presidential fleet of limousines. Michelle Obama is with him, and they are being greeted by the incumbent first family, President George W. Bush and First Lady Laura Bush. This is their first official meeting. Let's listen in and see if we can catch any of this.
Absolutely. You both look like tumble.
Now, they have entered the formal entrance there on the south portico of the White House beneath the Truman balcony. They'll be going in for a quick meet and greet, and really, of course, timing is up to them. Eventually, the First Lady and Michelle Obama will split off. They'll be kind of on a walking tour of the residence portion of the White House, getting to know some of the staff members and the daily routine. President-elect Obama and President Bush will peel off to what is camera left and head through the portico. That's when we will next see them, the covered open-air area that runs along the side of the Rose Garden that really separates the residence portion from the working portion of the White House in the West Wing. It was pointed out this morning that when Barack Obama walks into the Oval Office, in a few minutes, it will be his first ever visit to the Oval Office. The two men have met once before. It was a casual meeting, though some talk of politics. President Bush is known to admire Barack Obama greatly, especially as a politician, what he has managed to accomplish in this historic election. NBC News correspondent Savannah Guthrie is on the North Lawn, on the other side of the structure, having come in prior to Barack Obama and watching all of this with us. And Savannah, I was thinking earlier, this first meeting, Barack Obama's first visit to the Oval Office, it's even his first time in one of the presidential wing of limousines that brought him here from National Airport. Quite a history-making day.
Absolutely. It must be heady stuff for this president-elect who's been to the White House many times in the past. But as you say, we'll see the Oval Office for the first time in just a few moments from now. And of course, this is a Barack Obama we've watched over these last few years who's really been tough on President Bush from time to time on the trail. And yet this morning, the president's spokeswoman was careful to say that President Bush recognizes the difference between politics and governing. He's somebody who's grown up in the rough and tumble world of politics, and that there exists a genuine warmth between these two men. Brian?
We're looking at this one camera picture of the portico largely because our sight line is limited to the only cameras that are allowed. There they are on the portico. Let's listen again. And into the Oval Office, where the president and president-elect and just the president and president-elect will have their first sit-down meeting. Aides of all sorts are standing by should a question arise in their area of expertise, but this is, as has been pointed out, the first wartime peaceful transfer of power in this country while troops are on the ground engaged in conflict overseas. in 40 years or more. So there's no shortage of topics to be discussed between the two men. There will be a no departure ceremony per se. We're not expecting more than a wave to cameras, and then later on, of course, aides to both the president and president-elect will probably describe in broad strokes the meeting today. So the First Lady and Michelle Obama are in the residence portion of the White House, and the president and president-elect are in the Oval Office. Again, one of the amazing and remarkable parts of the American system. This is an accelerated transition, one of the earliest ever meetings of its kind, as one government prepares to take over for another, all under the umbrella of the presidency. We'll have a total wrap-up tonight on NBC Nightly News, and coverage will continue throughout the afternoon on MSNBC, on cable, and on the Internet. For my colleague Savannah Guthrie, for everyone at NBC News, I'm Brian Williams, NBC News, New York.